Jim mentioned about you probably already answered this, but Jim mentioned that a lot of different guys are being tried out at the slot.
Yep.
How do you see it so far?
I see it with I think there's 6 guys that are going in there. I see it dead even right now. And we've only practiced 8 times, and so all 8 guys aren't going to have the same amount of reps. But everybody's been in there. Everybody's been in there at some point. So we'll take that. We got 3 more coming up this week, and then obviously training camp, and then we start playing some preseason games. And then when we get to the point where we need to make a decision, we'll make a decision then. But right now, I like all of them in there. They've all done a great job. Open mindset, from Darb to Jalen, Sidney, Boz, DJ. Avante's been in there a bunch. He's doing a good job, young guy. I feel like I'm missing somebody. I think that's it. But they've all been in there.
Same thing in the room?
Say it again.
You said it's pretty competitive in the room, too. Same thing?
Same thing.
Is it safe to say that, you don't even need one guy there? You see now more with matchups, you're going to see various guys play the slot anyway. So it's not like that's a job to win. It's just that is that we're probably going to end up seeing it?
Yeah, I would say, I would agree with that, Jeff. Depending on what call we make and how they get lined up, you're right. Anybody can end up in there. If you play the left corner, if you're Jalen Mills, then we're in base defense, and they put 2 wideouts on the right. Depending on what call, you're going to end up in there. On a down and down out basis, as far as the defense goes, then someone's going to have to play that spot. And the nickel would be the nickel in that situation. Doesn't matter what formation there, he's going to be on number 2. And then whatever coverage we're playing, he's playing the techniques of that coverage on number 2.
Right.
Now, if you're playing man and they come over, we might do some matchup stuff. But, there's a definite difference. You can end up in there at some point, but the nickel spot is the nickel spot. So, and again, Jalen, obviously, for his rookie year, played in there almost all year. He played in there all last spring. Darby's played in there before, but has not played in there until last Wednesday or Thursday. I put him in there. Did a great job. You guys saw him. I can't remember what day that was. But every day they come into the meeting room.
You were there for that one.
Yeah.
You've had Sidney in there also giving him reps. Is it just to get his feet wet? Was he a viable candidate as well?
No,
You want him more on the outside?
I think he's a very viable candidate. Yeah.
What have you seen from Sidney this spring?
I would say the only thing that's different from last year, obviously he didn't practice last year, so we didn't see any of that, except for when we played Dallas. He got a little run there against Dallas. The best thing for me on Sidney is that he's out there. He's not a rookie by any means as far as being in the building and going through the entire season, but he is a rookie when it comes to the technique that we're teaching, that I'm teaching, because he didn't do any of that OTAs, training camp, season. So he's been, to have him out there and now doing all that stuff from phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, it's been great. It's been great for him. I say mentally, it doesn't have anything to do with mentally, but just for his mind. You guys know that situation. We talked about that all last year. To sit in that room every single day from the second he got drafted till the end of the season and not practice, except for that Dallas game, that's a hard road. So it's just been great to have him out there, and he's doing a great job. And I think he could, again, be very viable to play inside.
Corey
We'll see how that goes.
Was such a big part of the defense last year. Played 70% or whatever it was in the Super Bowl. How do you view that third safety competition?
Obviously, it's a critical component to us going forward here. Trey Sullivan's done a great job. Trey's a sharp guy. It's been fun to watch him now have another spring, because once you get to the season, if you're on the practice squad, you're doing their defense. You're not doing our stuff. So he's had a great spring. He's doing a good job. We'll see how that goes. And then we got Steven Roberts and Jeremy Reeves. Ryan Neal obviously hasn't taken any snaps because of his hamstring, so he hasn't been out there yet. But those 2 young guys that we got now I've been really pleased with both of those guys too. So see how that goes.
The names you're giving us, though, are guys who haven't really pretty much played in the NFL. So a lot of inexperience there. Have you looked at the cornerback spot, maybe someone like Rasul? When you look at him, he's got kind of safety size, or are you thinking no, he's strictly a corner?
I would say right now, no. Yep. He's out there doing his deal. I think he's going to be, we already saw him play last year. He wasn't perfect by any means, but I think Rasul's got a high ceiling. I think he's going to play in this league for a long time. That'll be up to him, obviously, but I'd like him out there. And again, could he go in there and play it? Probably.
Right.
But I think his value for us right now, for me, is outside.
Do you
And
envision any of those corners having that hybrid experience like Malcolm?
at this point right now, no. Week 2 of the season,
Yeah.
I mean, Jalen Watkins is the best example I've had since I've been in the league. I mean, played the Giants, he played nickel, corner, and safety in the same game. So, I mean, obviously that experience is nothing. I would say right now for what we're doing, with the depth that we have at the corner spot, my goal is to get them through with as much reps so that when we hit the preseason, they're playing that position. And again, any of those guys, I would say almost any of those guys could go in there and probably operate at safety right now. It's just a whole different ball game in there. But as of right now, I feel good about where we are with the lineup at corner and the reps that we're getting and the competition that's there with the nickel spot included. And then the best thing at the safety spot, obviously Malcolm and Rodney are in there, is that Trey and those young guys. Doug's done a good job. He's kind of backed the reps down for the vets. And so the young guys are getting, it's usually the other way around. The ones usually get most, and then the twos and the threes get shorted. And then Doug, the way we've got it, it's the other way. So those guys are getting a lot of snaps. And then, for Trey, he can't get enough. He can't get enough. And then for Steven and Jeremy, they can't get enough either. So it's been really good for those guys through 8 practices. And then obviously we got the 3 this year, and then it'll be great for them, or this week, excuse me. And then it'll be great for them in training camp and the preseason too.